unfortunate situation. The 29 of Sloan Henderson is on the inside on the apron area of the racetrack as they're working out of turn number 4. And around goes one car as they're coming toward pit road. The 33. Milcaduno sliding down pit road, and that brings out our first caution.
I think that may have been precipitated by Sloan car seeing Sloan on the inside. There may have been some people that moved to the outside just to give her a little bit more room, even though she's a good 15 feet inside of the yellow line.
So Milcaduno around, coming out of turn number 4, slides on the concrete apron and into the grass as she came off of pit road, and it looks as though waiting to decide if she needs to take the hard left turn to go back in the ARCA garage. Let's look again at what happened.
You see some cars moving around about mid-pack. There's going to be some contact. It looked like the 33 Milcaduno tried to move back to the inside, and I believe that was Will Kimmel that was already committed to the inside next to the yellow line, and they made a little bit of contact. She did a nice job keeping that 33 car out of the inside wall.
Take a look at a picture from our DirecTV blimp.
See her move over. I believe that is the 68 of Will Kimmel that she made contact with. She was running in the 18th position.
And so close, traveling at over 180 miles an hour to that inside wall. So Milcaduno with a couple flat tires, and they'll have to go to work on that race car to get her back out. But coming out of turn 4, a wild ride from the 33. Welcome back, Lucas Oil Slick Miss 200.
Gerhardt, who did get the Aaron's Lucky Dog at the back of the pack, and now he's got to make his way back to the front. He's gonna take some people with him.
Gresham's pit also, and they said they may consider getting right side tires somewhere around the middle part of this race. So some varying strategies down here, but quite a few of these guys are done for the day. Jim Trado?
Ray, a couple of guys actually had to come down out of necessity. One was John Wolf, the crew chief that powered Poucher Shelter to the ARCA Championship a couple years back. He's on the box for Matt Lofton for Coulter Motorsports. He came down for gas only and put tape on the nose. He said we were running a bit too cool. Opposite for Alex Gregory, the number 78 machine, the Mosquito Patch 4. The car was overheating. They had some water coming out of the overflow, so they took advantage under this caution to take gas and fix their issues. One was too cool, one too hot. We'll see how it plays out for them.
Thanks, guys.
Good looking shot of Alex's car right there, the 78.
They'll get everyone lined back up again. Sporting Monitor saying that Sean Corr will bring the field back to the green flag as we're getting ready for the restart. They're continuing to get everyone back in line. And Phil, early on in this race, we have...
He's going to take some people with him.
They'll be working together to try to get from the back to the front. Don't want to be involved in any type of incident that might take place if you get caught in the middle or the back. Caution will come out once again. That was coming off of turn number 2. You saw it as it happened.
Obviously, had a tire situation, left rear.
Going into the infield, the 11 of Lewani Munter. Around goes, the 12 of Lewani Munter goes around.
We stay green for the moment as caution is out now just as she gets that car refired.
Caution will come out once again. That was coming off of turn number 2. You saw it as it happened.
Obviously, had a tire situation, left rear.
Left rear completely off of that race car.
She was at the very back of the pack and maybe the next to the last car.
We see her trying to make her way without the assistance of a tow truck or a push. Take another look. We're riding along with Lewani. And she heard it going down.
Yeah, she realized she had a problem there. She had a couple cars behind her, but she realized she had a problem. That kept her from getting some serious damage, maybe getting into the inside or the outside wall.
Coming out of 2, you could hear her getting out of the gas. You see her way in the back and that tire going out. Around goes that number 12.
More than likely, that's the same set of tires she started the race on, and you never know when you may have picked up a little bit of debris as she was exiting pit road. She made a pit stop, I believe, so she may have picked up a little bit of debris.
To the field, Jamie.
Story on Brandon McDonald. The last time he was in victory lane here at Daytona, he was only 9 months old, and that
the stripe, but after being into the wall, coming out of turn number 4, so Bill Coffey brings out the caution once again. Right front tire down.
Yeah, may have cut down the right front tire exiting turn number 4. Ty, I remember this race last year, and I know you guys you guys pitted about halfway, said, well, it shouldn't be any problem to work your way back to the front, and everybody lined up, and nobody got on the line. Nobody actually moved.
Yeah, it was really tough to pass last year. I see these guys there a little more 2 wide, 3 wide action. I don't know if they had a rule change or what's made these guys be able to draft better, maybe just being a little more aggressive than what the race was last year. But yeah, the race kind of stalled out last year, and there wasn't very much pass, and I know I was running second early in the race and moved out to try and make something happen, and it turned out to be a bad mistake. I fell back, and it took the whole race just to get back to 11.
Take a look at what happened here with Coffey. He's the 18 on the outside, into the wall there, and then just stayed in the wall all the way through the trial.
Yeah, he may have shut a tire down, but it wasn't drastic. You can see he's already into the outside wall. It makes a little more contact when the car starts to come off the wall and jerks back into the wall. But tough break for Coffey.
All involved in this, and there you see the 48 of James Hilton. Remember, James Hilton, a 76-year-old driver here.
A lot of damage to the back of James's car. Let's see if we can see what happened here. See 2 cars together. That's James on the inside of the racetrack, moves up the hill right in front of Sloan Henderson. She had absolutely nowhere to go, as well as Rick Clifton in the 11 car.
Clifton stays up against the wall. Sloan came down as well as James, but it looked like James was in front of another car and got turned around right on the bottom of the racetrack.
A lot of damage to that 29 car. That's Brian Keselowski's race team.
Unfortunate. Makes these crew chiefs think a little bit now.
Yeah.
Do you come to pit road or do you stay out?
How comfortable are you with the amount of fuel you have right now? We know that the 4 Brandon McReynolds, you see Sloan walking around. Fortunately, she's okay. We know that Brandon McReynolds was going to stay out and roll the dice, but now they have the opportunity, as we watch this hard contact once again, they have the opportunity to come down pit road. Will they?
Will they make that decision to come onto pit road? We know that Cale Gale doesn't have to, just came onto pit road and was out in front of Brandon McReynolds, so he was not a lap down. That means that he will not have to receive the Aaron's Lucky Dog, which would have put him at the back of the field. See the 17 falling back just a bit. That's Chris Buescher running 3rd.
Well, if they're going to make a move, they need to have a little bit of gap. You can't be right on them and make a move. Maybe that was intentional.
Polly Haraka gets 55. Polly Haraka spins and goes into the infield. Caution does not come out yet. We stay green. I'm by. 2 laps of racing to go. Brandon Reynolds, Wyndham, and around goes the Tina Buescher. He'll slide back up the racetrack. Great job by to hold it down under the yellow line.
There was a little bit of contact. Chris Buescher got turned around. Remember what we talked about? Green, white checker having enough fuel? That's what we're going to see.
The caution has come out once again. They will open pit road to give them the opportunity if they want to come down. Once the field has made its way back around and the pace car has picked up the lead car, which is Brandon McReynolds.
See Mark Rett right there, crew chief for Brandon McReynolds, said, why did we have to get a caution?
With just 2 laps of racing to go.
See where the contact is. You see right now, it looks like that Nelson Canacci in the 35 car gets in the back of the 17.
Nelson all over the back bumper of the 17. The 17 spins. See the 55, or the 55 of Polly Haraka made his way onto pit road. Take a look at this as they cross the stripe. What a great shot.
Yeah.
Not what they wanted to see.
Yeah, that's Mark Rett right there. He knew that caution flag could potentially really hurt him on fuel mileage.
Of the racetrack. Green flag back in the air. Can they make it 2 more laps? Brandon McReynolds coming up to speed. Chris Wyndham just behind him. Will Kimmel running 3rd in that 68.
We had 1 car run out of gas. Alex Bowman in the 22 car ran out of gas. There he is right there. He will definitely not make it around if he'll make the hard left-hand turn and get out of the way. Looks like that's what he's going to do.
He turns off the racetrack, gets out of the racing groove. Now the question is, who's going to make it to the punish those that are gambling on fuel.
A little bit over a lap, a little less than a lap and a half to go right now for our leaders.
Coming out of turn number 4. This time they'll see the white flag, meaning one more lap of racing at Daytona. White flag in the air. Brandon McReynolds 2.5 miles away from his first victory in the ARCA Racing Series.
Brandon McReynolds had a great run at Talladega last year, had a fuel pickup issue, was not in contention at the end of the race, even though he was running up front. He's got about 3/4 of a lap here to get it done.
Will someone gamble and peek outside of this line? Down the backstretch they go sideways. Back about 6th place was Charleston, I believe.
I believe that was Brett Hudson
Hudson just behind in the 0-9.
Got turned completely sideways and saved it.
Into turn 3 and 4 for potentially the final time. Brandon McReynolds in front of Chris Windham, trying to hold on. Coming out of turn number 4.
Wyndham's out of gas.
Look at the run by Bobby Gerhardt. Gerhardt on the outside. 4 wide as they come into the triangle. Gerhardt coming through the triangle, and he'll win again. 8-time winner, Bobby Gerhardt.
Trouble as they pass across the start-finish line. And all sorts of cars out of fuel. Great variation in speed. Somebody got together.
They need to slow it down here. This race is over. There's cars flying through here with cars sideways. Did we just say?